Hey, see, babe, boy, first person in here. What's good? Hello. I don't know how to say your. I meant to put give your gift away. My bad. Inspiring Vanessa. Hey, if y'all not following Inspiring Vanessa, I don't know what you're doing. She's one of the youngest motivators, greatest motivators that I've seen. I think she's only like 12 or 13, and she's super inspiring. So make sure y'all follow her and make sure. And I wouldn't just say your kids because she inspires me. So definitely have your kids follow her, and definitely you guys need to follow her too. I'm good, Vanessa. How you doing? 12. There you go. 12 years old. She blows me away. You can finally see my live for sure. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna be on here long. I've been about to say snapping. I've been posting a lot of stories today. Check them out. I just wanted to show you guys my day, like how I operate my day. I wake up in the morning, spend time with my family. I do the things that I need to do for my family, and then I go work out. I go take care of my physical fitness, and then after that, I take a little break, and then I invest in my rehab. I invest in creating content for you guys. So I'm very intentional about my day. The morning time creates the energy for me to be able to operate at a high level throughout my day. And so I wanted to just show you guys that, to show you the work. Like, I struggle with working out and I'm tired, but I want to show you that results don't just happen, right? Results happen, the right results happen when you're intentional about your life. So that's why I posted so much in my workout, and I'm proud of it, honestly. Like, I'm proud of how far I've come. Like, I've lost over 40 pounds, man. A lot of y'all was like, you didn't have 40 pounds. I was just wearing bigger clothes so y'all couldn't tell. But I lost over 40 pounds, man, since July, or close to 40 pounds. Or is it not 40, my bad. I lost 30. I lost 30 pounds since July. The goal is 40. I want to get down to 209. I'm about 217 right now. I start off at 247. Anyways, this video is not about that. I just wanted to show y'all just the stories and what's behind that. So I just left cryo, which is, you freeze at like a negative 240 degrees. Look it up. Very good for your body. But what I wanted to share was something that happened today that really, really touched my heart. So I'm at the gym. I get off a phone call and I walk into the dry sauna. And I'm not in the dry sauna I'm in there for very long, but the conversation that's happening between my trainer, another guy, and this other guy, it's happening. I don't know what they're talking about because I'm just walking in on it. But the guy, he's probably like 80 years old. He's talking about art, and he had painted a lot of the artwork inside the gym. And so, he left and he was like, before I leave, I want to give you guys some art. And I'm just like, all right, cool. I'm thinking like maybe, 2 weeks from now, he'll paint some for me, whatever. So he leaves. He comes back with a bag of his artwork. And I'm still in the gym I'm still in the locker room getting dressed. He comes over there. And he asked me, he said, actually, before he got the artwork, he asked me, he said, what do you want me to paint you? And I was like, I don't know, man, just whatever. He's like, well, if it's a logo or something, I need a picture. And I was like, man, I love nature. He's like, okay, wait right there, don't leave. He comes back with his artwork. And I have a message for this, like, to everybody out here. It's so important. He comes back with his artwork and he brings out all these paints, and they're dope. I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. He brings all these paints, and I'm like, he's like, you like this one? I was like, yeah, I like them all. But I was like, I really like that one. He's like, okay, it's yours. Here. And I was like, well, how much do I owe you? And he was like, nothing. He was like, just tell your friends about me. And I was like, you don't do social media, do you? He's like, nah, I'm too old for that. And he said, just tell your friends about me. And I was like, that's it? He's like, yes. He's like, I want to bless you with my gift. Right? And I'm just like, wow. Like, and I want you to understand, I wasn't in on the conversation. This man don't know who I am, doesn't even know my name. Doesn't even know my name until I introduced myself after he gave me the artwork. But he just said, I want to bless you with my gift. And that struck a chord in me because it reminded me of myself when I first started. And I still do it. Like, I still do things for free. I still give things away. And I get it. When you're an entrepreneur, you have to make money to sustain your message. At a point, it's your job, it's your life. I understand that. But how many of you guys are willing to give your gift away for free? Right? I know a lot of people that want to be speakers, but they don't want to go speak in places unless they get paid for it. They don't want to go speak at the elementary school. They feel like they're too big for that. They don't want to go speak. When I first started, I spoke at elementary schools. I spoke at churches. I did so much stuff for free for years just to build myself up, to build my confidence up. I gave my gift away for free. I mentored people for free. I did all these things for free. I know people that, are artists and they say, well, I don't want to do that because, you know, it makes me look below. It makes me look beneath, right? I'm above that. And there's a lot of people in positions that they're not in the position they want to be, but they're picky about it. And so this guy inspired me to tell you, sometimes, I'm not telling you all the time, but sometimes give your gift away for free. This man had no idea who I was. Now I'm talking to 250 people right now, which probably thousands will see this once I get off. And his name is Bill Clevenger. That's his name. That's all he told me to say. I had to make sure I got his last name right. And now his name is going to be known by thousands, right? And now every time he sees me in the gym, I'm going to represent him. I'm going to tell people, hey, get his artwork because it's dope, right? Because he gave his gift away for free. Some of us are too bougie. Some of us are too stuck up. And don't take this wrong, but I just want to let you know how I built my following is because I believed in my gift. And I wanted to give my gift of my words and whatever it was to as many people as I could. And now I'm in a position where, you know, I can charge now and I can do this and that. But I still, every single day, if you're in my inbox, you know, like I give you advice for free every single day. I try my best to. And I want that to be encouragement to everybody watching this. Like, I'm not saying that you have to give everything away for free. But like this man did, man. This man literally, let me show y'all right quick. This is what he painted. And he gave this to me. That is dope. And if y'all know me, you know I let to protect my peace. This is like perfect for me. And he gave me this away for free. The man took his time and, you know, art, being an artist, it doesn't, you know, it's not can do quickly. And he gave it away. So how many of you guys are willing to give your gift away for free? At some time. I'm not telling you how to do it all the time, but how many of you guys are willing to give your gift away for free? How many of you guys say if you're an artist and they told you to come perform at this place? How many of you guys would say no because you feel like you're above that place? But you never know who's in that place. You know, one of my biggest strategies, right, when I would go speak for free, this is my biggest thing. I said, I'm going to go speak for free as much as I can because I know my gift. I know what God's called me to do. And I know if I get in front of people, there will be people in that audience that will bring me and pay me, right? They will bring me and pay me. And it's happened so many times in my life. I went somewhere for free, but me doing it for free blessed my life tenfold, right? Blessed my life tenfold. I want you to understand that the power of investment. And I can tell so many stories of my life where that has happened. Okay, so if you're not at a place you want to be, please don't be picky about certain things with your life. Oh, I can't do that. I can't. It's going to make me look a certain type of way. All right, so just think about that. Like I said, again, I'm not telling you to give everything away for free. But you just don't know who you can bless with your gift. And the more you give it away, the more impact you'll make. Think about that. So you have to ask yourself, is it really your gift or is it your hustle? There's a difference. There's a difference. Some people's gift and hustle don't go together. Some people say, I want to do this because I know it can bring me profit. I know it can bring me followers. I know it can bring me notoriety or significance. Whereas you have some people, when it's your gift, you don't really care about all that. You just want to share your gift with the world, whether it's singing, whether it's rapping, whether it's creating, whether it's speaking, whether it's painting. You just want to share your gift with the world. And I promise you, when you have that intention, that good intentions, the good heart, God will bless your life. I promise you. I'm a living witness. People always ask, like, how did you get so big? It's because I did the small things, quote unquote, so much. I was never too big to do the small things. All right? I never was. And I still am not. Of course, if I can't do it, I just can't do it. But I still make time for the quote unquote small things. People say all the time, like, I can't believe you would come here to speak. I can't believe you would do this. I want to share my gift as much as I can. So think about that, all right? Think about that. Share your gift. Share your gift. Share your gift. Appreciate you. Do y'all understand that? Do y'all get that? I'm reading y'all's comments right now. Awesome. Awesome. All right. It's something simple. Something simple. But if you're not where you're at and you're being picky, then you deserve to be where you're at. And that's just being real with you. Like, work your way towards being choosy about certain things. Share your gift as Bill shared his gift with me for free, and he blessed my life. Like, that painting, I love. I love it. And he doesn't know how much I love nature. And I love nature so much, and he blessed me. And that's my boy. I don't even know him. I don't even know. I didn't even talk to him for more than 30 seconds. But now he's my boy. He blessed my life. So anything I can do for him, I'm going to do for him. So maybe we take that mindset. Maybe more doors will open for your life. Because some of us, we just see the now. It's like, oh, I don't want to give it away because then I'm not going to make money, right? You got to think future. You got to think ahead. So maybe the person you give it away to opens up a door for you to be able to make more revenue than what you would have charged that person for. Think about that. So maybe the hole in the wall place, if you're a rapper that you don't want to go to, or a singer that you don't want to go to, but you never know who might be in there that might say, I believe in your gift so much that I want to bring you and pay you to come sing at my event or my conference, or I know this person, whatever. Like, I'm telling you, man, like anytime you have the opportunity to share your gift and you're not doing what you want to do at the level you want to do it, go share your gift. It's your gift. What you don't use, you will lose. It's just facts, all right? How can you tolerate that negative freezing cold thing on your body? Heat is one thing, but cold. It's a mindset. I care about my health. I care about recovery. That's the thing, right? I don't talk myself out of it's cold or whatever. I care about my recovery, man. I care about how I feel. Exactly. Yeah, man. You guys feel me? For you guys that don't, you better start doing some soul searching, man. You're going to keep yourself in the same place that you at. You're going to keep complaining about something, man. Go share your gift. You can share your gift right now. You can go outside on the corner, downtown. You can go share your gift. That's why I appreciate the people like in Vegas. You ever been in Vegas and like people on the corner, like they're trying to make money, of course, but they're still doing it for free. They just hope that you tip them. Like I think even Justin Bieber got found like that. I think if I'm not mistaken, you know, he wasn't embarrassed. He wasn't embarrassed. He said, I'm gonna share my gift. Somebody got to hear it, eyes to see it, ears to hear it. And that's how it happens, man. But some of y'all too bougie, too bad and bougie. Get out your own way, man. Stop feeling yourself so much. Stop feeling yourself so much. And even when you grow and get big, don't start feeling yourself. Always stay humble. Always stay humble. It pays off, man. All right, let's get it. Love you guys. My son's gift. There you go. Give whatever your gift is. If it's motherly love, it's whatever. I don't know what your gift is, but just give it away. Give it away as much as you can. Right? Steve Harvey said, your gift is the thing that you're good at, you're great at, but takes the least effort. And I agree with that. Because even when it comes to speaking, like, I don't want to say I don't try, because that's not the word, but I never thought I was great at it. I mean, you guys let me know that, but it's not an effort thing for me. It's just me sharing my heart. It's so simple for me. But that's when you know it's your gift and your calling, man. And some of us, we run away from it so much because we're trying to do other things, right? We're trying to make something that's not our calling, our calling. We're trying to make something that's not our gift because of external things, because, oh, that's what somebody does to get followers. Oh, I can be significant, I can be famous, or I can have a lot of money. So that's my gift now. Like, I'm going to make that my gift. And it doesn't work out. And if it does work out, you feel unfulfilled and you feel depressed and stressed. So figure out what your gift is, man. Like, your gift could be cutting hair. Your gift could be cooking. Your gift could be being a great mother. Your gift could be sewing. Your gift could be a janitor. Your gift can be anything, man. Anything you bring love and light to in this world, and you do it with, not even with, you do it with passion, and you do it courageously, like, your gift will make room for you, man. I promise you. And I'm a living witness. And you guys have been following me for the last few years, 10 years, whatever. You guys know it. You guys seen it firsthand. You guys seen what I started. You see me grind it out. You see what I do every single day. And you see the results, man. I started a YouTube channel about depression. It's not going anywhere, but I love doing it. That's the thing, man. It's going plenty of places. Like, we can't be so wrapped around views, because you don't know who. So I had somebody the other day told me that it was one of my videos. I don't know which one it was. And they told me that they shared it to their whole school, right? So it might be the one view that they watch, But guess what? 1,000 people are watching the video. So never judge your impact by the number of views that you see, because you don't know who's sharing your video, who's bringing their phone to somebody to tell them to watch this. You never know. You will never be able to judge your impact by views that you see on videos. Your impact will always be greater than what you see. And at the end of the day, it's about impact. Like if it's 1 life, 2 life, 3 lives, 4 lives, or 4 million lives, it doesn't matter. As long as you're making impact, as long as you're using your gift, that's what it's all about. Like we live in a society now where people care too much about views. And I'll be honest, like we've all fallen into that. Even myself at times, like, man, I didn't get a lot of views on this. And now I check myself and remind myself, like, bro, you didn't start this for views. Who cares about it? Like you started just to touch a life. And that's all that matters. And I remember that. And I keep that in my head. So don't let this social media success measurement or ladder make you feel less because you're not getting as many views or likes as someone else. Just use your gift and focus on that. And I promise you, your gift will make room for you. Okay? Y'all got it? If y'all got it, say, let's get it. Y'all like my sweater? I like this sweater. Yeah, okay, it's discouraging sometimes when I share a passion or thought, but the response is slim to none. Hey, listen, if you're sharing and it's true to you, that's all that matters. When I first started, it wasn't nobody on here. Like, let's be real. Like, I have millions of people. It's only, right, 180 people on here right now, right, at this time of the day. I could be like, dang, I should have more people on here, but I don't care about that. You know why? It's 178 people that I can impact right now. And who knows who will watch it later? Who knows who else is watching this that has a group of people? Like, don't get caught up in that. When I first started, wasn't nobody giving me any feedback like that. People thought I was crazy. I had more negativity than positivity. Like, who are you to talk about life and all this stuff? You have to go through that process. And like I said, it shouldn't be about other people validating you. And I know that it's easier said than done in that. It should be focus on the lives you do touch and reach. Like, don't focus on the ones that talk negative. I can't even say the word right now. Don't focus on the ones that talk negative about you. Don't focus on the ones that don't support you. Don't focus on the ones that call you stupid and call you names and troll you. Don't focus on that. Focus on the ones that you're impacting, because those are the ones that matter towards your gift. All right? Don't get caught up in the social media hype, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, one more question, man. I got to go. I got to go home. Thanks for impacting you're making in my life. I appreciate you, Jacqueline. I appreciate you for being awesome. I can't make an impact unless you accept the responsibility in your life. So realize that. How do you find your gift? Marcus, that's a great question. I would tell you this. This is a deep one. Hold on. I might be on here for another 20 minutes. So how do you find your gift? Let's talk about the word purpose, right? We hear a lot of people say, find your purpose. I don't believe purpose is something that you find. And this is just my opinion. You know, I could be wrong for some people, but I'm just going off of my life and would help me discover my purpose. So I feel like purpose is who you are, right? I feel like purpose is who you are. And because you were born on purpose and for a purpose. And so I feel like when you search in the world for your purpose, I feel like you tend to lose yourself and you tend to settle for something that truly isn't your gift or your calling. So a few questions I would ask you that I ask myself that help me is, one, what is it? I'll tell you like this might seem crazy, but if you were the only person in the world, right? Nobody existed, because I say this because a lot of times we talk ourselves out of our gift because we're so influenced by the fear of people's opinions. If you were the only person that existed in the world, what would it be that you would be doing, right? I ask myself this question all the time. What would you do with your life, right? What would it be? Like, what are you passionate about? Not even just passionate, because you can be passionate about things that have nothing to do with your gift. But what's something that really wakes you up in the morning? What's something that it may be too, the second thing is, a lot of times it's what we've been through, right? And so for me, I'll be real with you. Like, how I found my gift, man, was people telling me. Like, people speaking into my life, right? And sometimes it does take someone special speaking into your life, because I never wanted to be a speaker. Like, I don't even like to talk much. Like, seriously, you can ask anybody that knows me on here. Like, if we're in a room, I'm the quietest person in the room. I promise you. And people can't believe that. I only speak when I need to speak. My grandma told me to make my words count. And so I only speak when I need to speak. I'm an observer. Like, I love to look and listen and learn. And so naturally, I'm not the person that's going to be like the loudest person in the room or the super motivational person in the room. I'm just going to sit back and evaluate. And when people ask me a question, I give them an answer. So I never wanted to be a speaker at all. How I found out that this was my gift was, for one, since I was 5 years old, I had people speaking in my life saying, you know, you're going to be a pastor or you're going to be a speaker. And I was like, I'm going to be a football player. Like, ever since I was like 5, like, no lie. Then I had a guy, when I was playing arena football, still trying to hold on to football, I had a pastor call me down, didn't know me, and he told me this. Like, he prophesied over my life, and it's it's to the point. I was living rehabish, right? I was living rehabish, meaning that I was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I was progressing towards the man you see today. So he calls me down and he says, if you heard this story, I'm sorry, I'm telling it again. But he says, I see you, and I'm shortening it up. It was probably like a 5-minute conversation. But he said, I see you speaking to thousands of people across the world. You know, I'm just like, and at that point in my life, I didn't want to hear that because I wanted to play ball. But I'm like, what? In my head, of course, I didn't tell him that. But I'm like, what? He's like, yes, I see you having a ministry, organization. I see you speaking to millions of people. And I was like, that's crazy. And so I knew that it was rehab time, but I didn't want to accept it because I was living a life that at the time I felt like was the life that I was supposed to live because I was so influenced by the world. You know, I didn't think speaking was cool. I didn't think, you know, none of that stuff. I didn't want to be that guy. I went to a church, and it took somebody saying, I see something you don't see in yourself. It took somebody that had conversation with me. Like, we'll have one-on-one conversation, and they would be like, man, like, you're deep. Like I've been around a family full of speakers, and like, you have it in you. And I was like, what is this speaking stuff, man? I don't want to be a speaker. I don't like to talk. Like, I don't want to be a speaker. Like, forget all that. And he said, come speak at my church to a group of kids. And it was for kids, so always that got me. I was like, I can just speak. He's like, you can just talk about your football journey. I was like, cool. So I go there, and to make a long story short, like, it was in that moment, literally, like, and I want to be clear, I was still hanging on the football, right? I was still hanging on the football. It was in that moment where it was like I had so much fear of doing this. But soon as I grabbed the microphone, all that fear went away. I kid you not. I had so much confusion. Like, I was in my head. I was like, and to be real with you, I prepared a speech and I forgot it when I got on stage. So like, when people say, how do you speak from the heart? Like, if you ever hear me speak, you know, I go from the heart. Like, I rarely like use notes or anything like that. I just go in like this. It's because that moment I asked God, because I was like, kids were looking at me. I'm like, man, what do? I asked God just to use me. And in that moment, when I had so much confusion in my head, peace came over. And it just started flowing out. Like, I surprised myself. I was like, man, where is this coming from? It started flowing out. It was God working through me. It had to be, because I never did this before. I get off stage, and all these kids come up to me. And they were like, man, that's the best speech I've ever heard. And it was 5 minutes. That's the best speech I ever heard. Like, you inspired me. I want to be a speaker. Like, kids. Like, and I'm going to be real. It's not about a race thing, but like, you don't see a lot of kids of color, like, wanting to be speakers. Like, that's not like the goal. We want to play sports. Like, you know, that's it. So to have kids come up to me and be like, I want to be a speaker. I'm like, what? And so in that moment, I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I just knew that this was it. So it's kind of hard to explain, man. Like, I can't give you like step by step, this is how you find your gift. Maybe somebody else can. But for me, it was just a realization that this has been spoken over my life for years. And when I stepped into the fear, when I stepped into it, I realized that this is what I was created to do and be. And I didn't know anything. Like I didn't know nothing at all. Just to be honest with you, I just knew. And in that moment, I let go of football. That night, I didn't wait. I let go of football that night, and I said, I'm going to give my all to this. I'm going to give my all to this. And I did it. And literally that year, it changed my life forever. And that's where the birth of Rehab Time and where I'm at now today, that's where it started from. And so it took me stepping into fear. It took me stop talking myself out of things. And it took trial and error, to be real with you. Like, a lot of us think we're not special enough, right? We don't have anything to contribute to the world, but you do. And sometimes we think that it has to be something like significant. So I thought speaking is not like the thing to do. Like, who wants to be a speaker? But I realized what you think is small, God can magnify it to a level you never thought. And you can look around the world and you can see somebody, I'm just looking right now, somebody created signs, right? It's just a sign. But somebody's probably making a great impact just making signs, making reefs I'm looking at, right? Making food. It's so many things. Like, don't talk yourself out of it by saying, oh, it's too small or whatever. Just whatever that feeling is, it's just a feeling. I can't explain it. I wish I could put it into words, but it's a feeling when you know, it's a tug and and you just walk into it. And it's like when you walk into it and you be obedient to walk into the avenue, right, and use your life, I think God opens up the door, man. And that's what he did for me. So I know this went like totally left for what I came on here for, but I just took that question. And so I hope that helped a little bit. But, don't talk yourself out of it. Don't let fear control your life. And, one of the things I say on stage all the time, I said, this was my biggest fear. And I said, do I look fearful? And everybody's like, no, we could never tell that was your biggest fear. It's because I consistently did it. I built confidence and I stopped trying to be perfect. And now when I get on stage, of course I have nerves because I care so much to deliver a powerful message. But as soon as I get on stage, I'm like, that all goes away. And it took me overcoming that fear of being judged, that fear of perfection. That's why speaking is the number one fear in the world, public speaking, because we're so afraid of people's opinions. And so, yeah, man, I hope that helped a bit. Did that help? And that's just a part of my testimony. My book that's coming out, it's in my book. So you guys, it's like the first chapter. So you guys know the first chapter of the book. But it took all of that to become like the person that y'all see today. Like a lot of people just see like, oh, I see Trent traveling across the world. I see Trent, with these people. I see Trent, has a big following on social media, but it didn't start there. Like it didn't. You're just on like whatever chapter this is in my life. But there's a lot of chapters before where I didn't have all this. Like I said, I was speaking at elementary schools. Nobody was bringing me in to speak. Nobody was watching my videos. Nobody was caring about my quotes or my messages. I didn't care. I just cared about getting my gift to the world. I cared about helping people. And another big reason that influenced this, and it kind of all had a correlation, was, my college roommate committed suicide. And with his life, I was like, man, at his funeral, it was a promise I made to him. You guys, I talk about this all the time, but it was a promise I made to him to say, you know what? And that happened probably like a year after that testimony I just told you. And I realized like it even put more confidence in me that this is what I was supposed to do, because I said, I don't want anybody to ever feel alone again. I don't want anybody to feel like they're not enough. I don't want anybody to feel like not know their self-worth. I don't want anybody to feel like, they have to suffer alone. And that's why I do what I do. So when you guys see my videos of Your Heart Will Heal, Your Life's Not Over, you guys see my content, like, where it comes from. And it comes from a place of that. I don't want people to feel like they're alone in this world at all. I want people to know that there's more to your life. I want people to know that your current situation is not your final destination. And so all these things over my life, when I said and evaluated, it was all leading back to what I do. Like I said, I've been having this calling. You can ask my mother since I was 5 years old, since I was 5, and it all came to fruition once I stepped into the arena of fear. and decided to have my faith and live by faith and step out on faith. And that changed my life forever, like literally forever. And there's no greater feeling than living your life knowing that this is what you were created to do. And I almost get tears talking about this, man. Like, there's no greater feeling, man, than living your life knowing that you are doing what you're created to do. And I just hope that all of you guys can really search and find that. And like I said, sometimes it's not about, I don't want to use the word search. Just discover that, pray about it, and just look at your life and just think about, okay, well, what is it that I want to give to the world? What is it? You know, what is it in my whole life that, you know, people have been drawn to without even me trying? You know, like, what is it? Like, for me, when I look back now, I know, like, when I speak to people my whole entire life, people were drawn into that, even when I didn't care to talk. Like, I'm not an outgoing person as far as, like, speaking. Like, I wish you guys would know that. Like, you can ask anybody who's known me for, like, people are surprised, literally, that's known me my whole life, that what I do right now. They are totally surprised. Like, totally surprised. And they're like, how did that work? Like, but God, man, like, he will call you to do, he will put strength, he will put knowledge, he will put everything you need that you think you don't have. And I still pinch myself, man, every single day to be able to live the life that I know I was created to live. And I thought it was football. Like, I want y'all to get that, man. I thought it was football. I thought that I was supposed to be a football player my whole life. I thought that was it. I thought that's what I was created to do. So when I lost that, I thought my life was over. You know, I thought it was gone. You know, I thought there was nothing more to my life. But that was just the avenue to push me to my purpose, because God knew if he didn't use that vehicle, I would have never walked into what I do now. I would have never walked into it. So what I thought was the end of my life was just the beginning to my life. And that's where I come with these messages from. Like, I look over my life and I want to share those things with you, because so many people think that since their relationship is over, since their job is over, since nobody's paying them attention, nobody follows them, that they have no impact, that they have no purpose, that they have no gift. And you do. You do. You just got to get rid of the noise in your life. And you got to get rid of the expectations in your life to say, oh, well, if I do this, it's not really making an impact because it doesn't compare to what my friend is doing or what somebody at a high level is doing. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to make an impact. Like, that man that just gave me that painting made an impact on my life today. He don't even know that. He made an impact on my life today. And guess what? You know what he made a bigger impact in? I'm going to show you how this works. I would have never got on this live and talked to you guys about what I'm talking about now if he would have never gave me that painting. So he's helping lives, man, and I'm not trying to get too deep. I hope it's not too deep, but he's helping more lives by giving me a painting than he ever knew. By him giving me that painting for free, he now motivated me to come on here and somebody asked me a question, and now I'm sharing way more than what I came on here for. Way more. I'm scared to share my life, but I know, yes, share it. Share it. And I get it. People are going to judge you. People are going to ridicule you. People are going to whatever. Who cares? Like, it's a bigger purpose than people's opinions, man. It's a bigger purpose than people's opinions. When you get over that, and I know it takes time, I know it's not easy, but I'm in a place now where I went through that, where I was like, man, I shouldn't say this or I shouldn't do this. But I ask myself every single morning, how can I become more of myself and give more of my real, authentic self to the world? Because that's where true freedom is. People say money is freedom. People say all these things are freedom. Yeah, somewhat. But you know what's real freedom? Is you being comfortable in your own skin. That's real freedom. Because I know a lot of people who have a lot of money, a lot of status, a lot of influence in the world, but they're not happy with who they are. That's not freedom. That's prison. And so the question I ask myself every single day is, Trent, how can you become more of your real authentic self? How can you become more comfortable with being that person on stage? How can you become more comfortable with being that person on live? Like, I shared tears today because that's me being comfortable. A few years ago, I would be like, no, I can't cry on here, you know, but I don't care anymore. I don't care about people judging me because I want to give all of me to this world before I tap out of this world. And I want you guys to have that same feeling. All right? So I've been talking too long. I got to get off of here. I got to get home. But I just hope that you guys found something in here today to inspire you to try to discover, to seek, to pray, to live the life that was created for you to live. Because like I said, it's beautiful. I promise you it's beautiful. Doesn't mean that it's perfect. It gets stressful. Like, it gets all of that. But it's still beautiful to know every day you can wake up living the purpose that God, I don't want to use the word purpose because I want to confuse y'all with that, but using the gift that God has for you. When I talk about purpose, I mean you being your authentic and real self, because that's why God created you to, that's who God created you to be, right? You are enough. Stop talking yourself out of it. Stop allowing people to talk yourself out of it. Stop allowing people's opinions to reflect on your life. Stop allowing people's opinions to become your life. Stop allowing people's insecurities and fears to become a part of who you are, right? You are enough, no matter what anything told you. The NFL told me I wasn't enough. Some people in my life told me I wasn't enough. And I could have believed those things. I did for a little bit. But then I said, I'm enough because God created me enough. And when I really understood that truth, when I really lived that truth, greatness, you hear me? Greatness starts shining through. And we all have that greatness inside of us. It's not just available to me. It's available to you too. We all have that greatness inside of you. We all inside of us. But some of us, we allow circumstances to make us and keep us, to make us keep it bottled in. Pop off the top. Pop off the top, baby. Pop it off, right? And let that greatness come out. All right, I believe in you, man. I really, really do. And I hope today inspire you. I hope, you know, that's one thing, I'm sorry I keep talking, man, but that's one thing that I hope that y'all get from me, is that you look at my life, you look what I do, and you're inspired by it. Like, I had a guy come up to me at the gym, and he said, he might be watching this now. He said, bro, you don't even know what you do for people. He said, you don't even know it. He's like, you just being here like a regular dude. You don't even know how people see you. Like, you're a hero to so many people. And he said, what's special about it is, like, you don't care about that. You just want to help people. He's like, I see you in the gym, how you operate. Like, you just a normal dude, man. But you're not normal to a lot of people. He said, that's what inspires me, man. Like, and you motivate. He's like, you've helped my life so many times that you don't even know it. And he said, I'm super inspired by how you just carry yourself and who you are. He's like, you don't even know the lives that you affect. And honestly, I don't. I mean, of course, I see it every now and then, but I don't really pay attention to that. What I pay attention to is just using my life until I leave this earth. And hopefully it'll touch some people in the process. So I hope you're inspired by what I do and how I do it. You know, I'm not the guy that, you know, has the perfection down. I'm not the guy who's well polished. I'm not the guy who has all the answers. I'm not the guy who has all the strategies. I'm just the guy who freaking cares, man. And when you care, you become rare in a world that's pretty careless. You become very rare. You know, when people bring me out, you know, they always tell me, like, the thing that's different about you than other people is, like, other people care, I'm sure, but it's like you care on a level that it's like you don't care. It's like you don't, and it was confusing to me. It's like, but you care, but you don't care. It's like you care so much just about getting your message out the world. You don't care about it being perfect. You don't care about, you know, all the certain strategies. You should say this or do that to make yourself look bigger. You don't care. And we live in a world where people need that, and you impact more lives than you ever would know. So I hope that you get influenced by that to know that you're enough. Like, you guys see me, man. Like, nothing special about me. The only thing special is that I decided to embrace what God had for me, even though I was scared to, even though I didn't want to, even though I was fearful to. I just decided to do it because I knew if I didn't do it, I would be letting a lot of people down and not just myself. And some of us watching this right now, we're letting a lot of people down because we're allowing fear to control our life. We're allowing certain circumstances to keep us from moving to the greatest, to keep you from moving to the greatest you. And you're letting a lot of people down. And I'm not talking about the people that you know. I'm talking about the people who need your gift, who are dependent on your gift in the future, who are waiting for your gift. And if you don't ever walk into your gift, they'll never benefit off of it. They'll never benefit off of it, all right? So I've been on here too long. If y'all, how did you start talking? Like what, today? Or just in general? I just kind of told that story. I just started, man. I just started. So, yeah. I'm glad you guys got some out of today, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you can, like, tag somebody to this that you know. Don't just share it just to share. You can do that too. But, like, I think you can tag. I think it's like a little arrow button down here. Like, tag somebody that you know that needs to hear this message. Just tell them, like, hey, like, the first part is just about a painting. But, like, if you scroll through it, you know, maybe you can send them a time stamp to what they need to watch. That'd be greatly appreciated. Do you have a testimony about your depression? I don't know. I think I do. I'm not sure. I've done so much, but I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. I talk about my NFL story, so it's somewhere. But you know, yeah. Thank you. My book is coming out May 19th, or in May. I'm not sure the exact day. It's already done. Hope you guys love it. It's called The Greatest You. I already know what my next book is going to be called. So hopefully it impacts lives. How do I stay focused and motivated? Man, y'all trying to keep me on here forever, aren't y'all? Honestly, I remember facts over feelings, right? And there's facts in my life that I've written down and that I truly care about. You know, those facts involve my family. Those facts involve you guys. Those facts involve understanding life isn't promised and guaranteed tomorrow. And those things push me through my feelings, right? When I feel a certain type of way, I revert to those facts in my life. And I understand the purpose of staying. And let me be honest with you. Every day is not a high level day for me. Like, I'm human. Like, don't get it twisted when you watch these people online that's telling you to live your best life and stuff like that, which is great. It's a great message, but don't get it twisted. Those people go through struggles just like you. Like, those people are unmotivated at times just like you. Even the most motivational person you can follow, I promise you, there's times when they're not motivated. And there's times where I'm not motivated. But the thing about me that I can share is I don't stay there. I don't stay there because I knew what it was like to stay there with my life. And I talked about it on Facebook last night. I knew what it was like to have life just leave me. I knew what it was like, and I don't want to get stuck in that place, right? So if I experience it, I don't stay there with it, if that makes any sense. And what gets me out of that mode or whatever is just the facts that I have written down about my life and what I want to do and how I want to impact the world. That's important to me. And so I think when something becomes your life and becomes important to you, you know, you don't, you know, it's not about motivation either, too. Like, let me get that clear. Every day is not going to be a motivated day, right? But me working out in the morning, it generates a positive energy. That's why I work out every morning. Do I feel like going to work out? No, today I didn't want to go work out, to be real with you. But I knew I had to work out because I knew the rest of my day depended on that, right? So you're not going to be motivated all the time. Like, you're probably going to be less motivated than you are motivated for the majority of your life, right? But you can create the energy to become motivated, right? Movement, I feel like, creates motivation. But it's not just about motivation, it's about intentions. And so it's about doing something even when you don't do it. Like I always share, inconvenience exposes commitment. It's about what you do when it's inconvenient, will show how truly committed you are. So understand that. Do I set goals every day? Yes, I do. I set small goals. I call them my wins for the day. I like to say I win championships because I'm a sports player, you know? So I like to say championships. Every day's a championship for me. And some days I lose the championship. But the beautiful thing about life, I can like simulate the season and come right back to the championship. So yeah, I set up small wins, small little things for the day, small stuff. And some days I don't get it accomplished, but I always know I have tomorrow, hopefully, if it's in God's will for my life. And so I say, you know what, tomorrow I have to do it. You guys asked some good questions, man, to be at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Are you guys at work? Are you guys somewhere like in a different country or what? Are you guys just chilling at the house? You'll be a part of my testimony story one day. That means the world to me. The UK's in the building. When did you talk about on your first live? I'm not sure. Like my very first live? I don't know. All right, guys. I really want to hang with you guys some more. You at work? Hey, don't get y'all at work. Look at all y'all at work, man. Y'all better not get fired on here. Y'all better be doing y'all's job. And listen, like I always say, if your boss catch you, say I'm watching Trent, right? And just show them a video, and then tell them like, hey, bring Trent in here to speak. Like he can motivate us all, right? But watch it. Tell them to watch a video and be like, listen, I was like bettering myself so I can be better for the company. So if you ever get caught, make that your excuse. You're in high school. Some of y'all in school right now. Man, y'all in here tripping. But hey, I love it. That means a lot to me. If you're risking getting fired from work or getting in trouble to watch me, man, that means a lot. I'm sure I'll meet a lot of you guys, man. I'm sure I will. All right, peace out, man. Get back to work. I love you guys. Let's get it. If you enjoyed this, send me a DM. Let me know what you learned from it today. And yeah, just let me know. Send me a DM. Let's get it.